up, YouTube? You're now watching DNT where you get the best entertainment for the free. Today I am doing my Baddies episode 9 review. And let's get right into it. So it starts off with Sapphire and Suki talking about everything that happened with Gretch. And I feel like it didn't really need to go to fighting because she been saying nigga anyway, but I don't think Suki was wrong for saying, maybe that's the reason they was booing you though. For saying the N-word. I'm not mad at Suki for saying what she said, because that might have been the reason they booed her. And then it flashes to Dolly and Lex talking. Dolly smoking this damn cigarette. I'm like, let go of the cigs. Her, young boy, anybody that's under 35 years old smoking cigarettes, man, give it up. But they talking about their friendship with Summer. They both feel like that Summer is just too easy to like say fuck them. And that but it did give that it gave like Summer was kind of like, well, I'm gonna keep getting drunk and doing what I do, so if y'all don't wanna be friends with me, then fuck you, pretty much is what Summer said, which is like, if they your real friends though, you should be able to talk that shit out easily though. So I get why they feel the way they do, because Summer is kind of saying just like, fuck y'all, I'm cool. It's fucked up. Then it flashes back to Suki and Sapphire. Sapphire low key trying to hint at the fact that um Tavy put the bug in Gretch's ear to feel comfortable about saying the N word as much as she was. And I'm like, that's weird to try to pin it on Tavy, because then Suki started being like, oh, so Tavy the one reason she got her ass beat. And I'm just like, that's kind of weird to just throw on Tavy though, because at the end of the day, Gretch made that decision to still say that word, regardless of how anybody felt. So she had to deal with the consequences. Rolly talking to Tinka. Wait, yeah. Rolly talking to Tinka, and she's basically saying the people that got booed need to be out in the next set. And I'm like, that's not fucking fair. Like, that's pretty much the whole set. And most of them got booed. Summer got booed. Dolly got booed. Who else got booed? Gretch got booed. It was like a lot of people that got booed. So I wouldn't say kick them all off the set. Just do better, practice more, or y'all so y'all don't get booed. She ended up FaceTiming Nat. I felt bad for Nat. Nat actually seems sad, and they keep blowing her damn phone down. Um, Basically telling Nat that everything is going down. Like, it's a bunch of bullshit going down. Smiley and Gretch talking, and Gretch says she need that with Suki still whenever they get in the house. I'm like, okay, y'all gonna fight again. Then Fauna and Nunu end up fighting, and low key Fauna won that. I ain't gonna lie, Fauna low key got that fight. Then Killer get the yelling like, you ain't checked nobody temperature, bitch. You didn't check nobody temperature. And I'm like, yeah, because everybody was low key kind of clocking that Nunu was lying though. It was a couple of people that was clocking that Nunu was low key lying. Because I don't think Killer ain't ever the type that would just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna let somebody check me. Like, no, Nunu probably was in the room and just didn't say shit, and then took that as, oh, I'm checking temperatures. Nobody said nothing to me. But no, that's not what checking temperature means. Who who the fuck is this? Yo. Um, what was I? Summer asked Gretch how she felt about her performance again, and Gretch saying the same thing. She feels type of way that people booed her. Then Rolly ended up making a good point, like everybody mad at just Gretch for saying the N word, but it's other girls of other ethnicities on the show that do say it now. I ain't gonna lie, Anna and all them. I don't know if Anna black or who all black or who not, but she ain't lying though, cause Anna don't look fully black. So, but I think the reason people really on that with Gretch though is because she's so like, I'm gonna say it regardless. I don't give a fuck about how y'all feel type shit. And that's probably why like a lot of people taking it as disrespect. But really, I don't think Gretch just like outright racist though. Like, she don't give like she's racially motivated. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna keep standing on the fact you're gonna say that, you it's gonna be people that get offended. It's gonna be people that wanna fight you. And then Tika says some stupid dumbass shit talking about some, oh well, she fuck black men, she black. No, ma'am. That is the worst logic and mindset you could ever possibly have. Just because you're having sex with a black man does not make you black. Lex ended up getting into it with Tavy because Tavy keep going on the internet talking about Lex, and then Tavy trying to say it's not that big of a deal. Woo. And I'm like, that is kind of weird though because they showed the clip of Tavy talking shit about Lex. So I'm not mad at Lex for being like, girl. So do you want to keep this going or do you want to end it? Because why am I being brought up on the internet like that? That's weird to me. And then Tavy just keep getting into it. Everybody like Tavy, like why you into it with everybody? Why you going on the internet talking about Lex? Like y'all done fought so many times, and then Summer kept trying to interject herself, talking about some. Oh, that is true. Talking about something that Tavy said, and Lex was like, "Girl, shut the fuck up! Like you was not even there. So how would you know if that's the truth?" It just was like Summer. You always are interjecting yourself in some shit you don't need to interject yourself in. We know you don't give a fuck, but it's still like that's annoying to be around. Nobody wants to be around somebody like that. Like, mind your business. This problem had nothing to do with you at all. Nobody asked for Summer's 2 cents. And then Tavy got to telling Lex like you're a little girl, you're a little bitch. And Lex was like, yes, you need to act like a 40-year-old. She said you need to act like the old hag you are. I said Lex, not rounding the age up to 40. That shit took me out. Cause that would have been the first thing to come out of my mouth too. And then like Tavy was on Lex's face. She kept telling Tavy, back up, back up, back up. Then she pushed her. And you got mad that Lex pushed you, Tavy. What did you expect Lex to do? Just keep letting you be her face? She told you multiple times, back up. Like, I don't know. I'm just low key kind of tired of Tavy. Like, it just seemed like she getting into it with people for no reason. Smiley over there trying to play peacemaker. Like, at the end of the day, this is your sister because Lex and Summer started arguing. But it's like, Smiley, respectfully, we don't want to hear this shit. Summer keep interjecting herself in this shit that she don't need to interject herself into. Then Summer apparently it's brought up that Lex has said Summer's the Beyonce of the group, and Summer got mad. Shit, I would have took that as a compliment. Somebody called me the Beyonce of the group because we all know who the star of Destiny's Child was. But I guess Summer felt some type of way about that. But I'm like, shit, she low key was giving you a compliment, but really not giving you a compliment because she was saying like, oh, we gotta move on summertime. But at the end of the day, I would never get mad if somebody called me the Beyonce of the group. Cause yes, that's just me though, me personally. Um, And then everybody was sitting on the couch. They talking to Sapphire about how she crashed out, and it's just so funny to me that Sapphire crashed out, and Suki was just so unbothered, just twerking on stage, bro. I will never forget that. Like you're over here slicing your hand up, breaking shit, grabbing mics, hot, stressed out, sweating, and Suki just living her best life, living her life like it's golden. Then they end up talking about Tavy and Lex argument, and somehow, I don't know, I guess they was, like, talking about them fighting or something, and then Tavy was talking about oh, no, yeah, they was talking about the argument because Tavy was calling her a little bitch, and Tavy was like, "You ain't had no baby out your body, so you supposed to be running miles around me," or some shit like that. Anna was like, "No shade to the mamas, but y'all bladders do be weak. Y'all be peeing and laughing." That took me out. I'm like, "Anna." No, because every woman that I've heard had a kid did say it's, like, harder to control that. But it's just funny because, like, Anna, what made you just add that in there? Then Gretch walked in and tried to run up on Suki. And then Sapphire saying, like, Suki's not fighting. I'm like, girl, let Suki fight. Like, we get you trying to redeem yourself, but this is just a little much. It's a little much. Then Gretch end up socking Sapphire, and then they get the fighting. Why would Suki jump in? Like, Suki, bro, there was no absolute reason for you to jump in at all. Like, why are you jumping into that? Like, that was so lame to me that they jumped her. That was so lame. They did not need to jump Gretchen. Then she had a whole gash in her neck. I'm like, really? It didn't take all this. But Suki, like, she don't give a fuck. She jumping in because she don't give a fuck. Pretty much bitches be jumping and she don't care. And I'm like, okay, girl. Um, Tavi go outside. Lex follow her. And Tavi getting irritated, like, why you following me outside? Lex was genuinely trying to talk to her though. Like Lex was trying to actually have a conversation with her. And she like get to yelling at Lex and flinching at Lex. So Lex beat her up. I'm sorry, Lex got that fight. And it's just like you was the main one saying, oh, I don't really feel like fighting Lex, but then she come out to try to talk to you, you swing on her. Like that just threw me all the way off. Then Killer and Nunu fight. Killer ended up winning that fight. And then when everybody was finding out that Lex and Tavy was fighting, they ran all outside. And then Dolly got to calling Tavy fucking Pennywise. I'm like, bitch, bro. Dolly, where do you be thinking of this shit, bro? One thing about Dolly, she been low-key making me laugh these last couple episodes. I gotta give that bitch her props. She been making me laugh. Then Suki and Gretch get to fighting again, and I go like Gretch was low-key getting Suki, and all you hear is Biggie in the back, Suki, Suki, Suki. I'm like, Biggie, girl, shut the fuck up. Like Biggie just so naturally funny. Like, why are you yelling her name like that knowing she losing the fight, bro? Oh, that took me out. But that's all I got for the Baddies USA review. Please like, comment, and subscribe, y'all.